And you are looking like sold out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 New York Giants are taking on the 0-16 Philadelphia Eagles. And why are the Philadelphia Eagles 0-16? Because they suck. The Eagles suck. The Eagles have always sucked. The Eagles suck this year, and the Eagles will always suck. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. And welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there all going to spend a little bit of time with me? Thank you so much. All right. I'm sorry, my dog wants to get next to me here. I got to move the chair for him. Or anybody can just watch any of the replay of this. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight, as I always do. Shoot my mouth off sometimes. Actually, a lot of times it goes a lot longer than 30 minutes. And if anybody got anything to say, please feel free, fire away, throw it in the chat box. Sometimes it's really nice just talking to other Giant fans instead of me just going on for 30 minutes. So I check on the chat box. Once I start rolling, every 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. So anybody got anything to say, I check on it. I try to respond to it as fast as I can. So please feel free, fire away. All right. Before I get started, anybody wants to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. In this description box below, there's a link. It takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. The second level is called the Lawrence Tail. And the third one's called the Gridiron. All 3 of them got their own little perks to them and everything. There's loyalty badges. There's 8 different loyalty badges. Each loyalty badge is a Giants helmet. Now, the older the Giants helmet is, the longer you've been a supporter of my channel. If you get the loyalty badge, that's a leather helmet. That means you've been a supporter of my channel for a long time. There's also 4 emojis. Eventually, there'll be a 5th emoji coming out. You can use these emojis, I guess, in the chat box, or if you're putting in a comment or something like that. I had these emojis made up on fire. Every time I look at they really crack me up. So, notice that's something you can use as well, too. I said eventually there'll be a 5th one coming out, but right now there's 4 of them. All right, so anybody who wants to help support my channel would mean the absolute world to me. And then if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. That way next time I go live, I put out a video or whatever, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. I'm up to 5,209 subscribers. What did I start off with here today? 5,177. So my math is 23. So I've gone up 32 subscribers today so far. So the day's not even over. I still got like another 3-4 hours left in the day, because I think the day ends at like 3 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. So I got another where would that be? Another 4.5 hours. So I've gone over 30 subscribers today. I might hit 40. I tell you what, it's been really taking off. I couldn't believe couple weeks ago I got over 5,000 subscribers. I couldn't imagine my wildest imagination actually getting to 5,000 subscribers. It's just absolutely crazy. So everybody subscribed out there to my channel. Thank you so much. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Then just before I get started, in the description box, there's 2 links to Facebook. Okay. The top link takes you to a group. It's the New York Giants, the Gridiron. Very original, I know. I get my YouTube channel, basically the Facebook group and the Facebook page, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. All is the New York Giants, the Gridiron. I make it easy so a dimwit like me can remember everything. But with the group, we have over 2,000 members in there. I try to put stuff, I get at least 10 different, whether it's just something about stats or a picture or a post or a video or news or whatever. I try to put, at least 10 different things in there every day. And the nice thing about it is if you wind up joining and becoming a member, okay, the members put stuff in there as well, too. So, it's just not me. I'm putting 10 things, if not more, in there every day. Members are putting stuff in there, too. So there's a boatload of stuff going in there every day into the group. So please click on the link and become a member. Then underneath that, okay, there's another link. It takes you to a Facebook page. Okay, I'm the administrator, basically, so I'm the only one who posts in here. Right now, we got 566 people who like it. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron, but it's a page. And there's over 2,000 followers. All right. But yeah, I said I'm the administrator, so I'm the only one to post in here. But I mean, as I said, it's the same thing with the group. I try to put, I try to get as many things in there as I can every day. I try to get like at least 10. Well, I said, whether it's just, something showing some stats from somebody. I got another one thing here showing some stats from Eli Manning, how many passing yards he had, touchdown passes. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ and all that. Whether it's just something making fun of the Cowboys, whether it's a video. I got a video in here that's making fun of Jerry Jones. It's all kinds of stuff. I try to put at least 10 different things in here every day. And I don't basically mix them, commingle, shall I say. Whatever I put on the Facebook page, I don't put in the Facebook group. Maybe 1 or 2 things, maybe a day at the most. But for the most part, whatever's on the page and in the group is different. So go to the page, okay, like it, and follow it, and go to the group and become a member. And you'll get a ton of New York Giants stuff every day, 365, right? And as always, if you're not satisfied, you get your money back guarantee, all right? So with all that out of the way, now, what the Giants got to do, and Joe Schoen's got to do, okay? I mean, obviously, there's a blueprint. The one thing I really liked, which seemed like coming from Buffalo, one thing, I did a video on this, I don't know, is after we hired Schoen, maybe, but I remember doing a video. Obviously, I guess it was probably maybe it might have been around this time last year when we started. We got Schoen in here, we brought Dable in, all that after Gettleman was gone and Judge was out of here. I did a video on like with Buffalo, okay, what they do. Okay, one of the reasons why being as successful as they've been, especially over the past bunch of years, obviously having Josh Allen doesn't hurt. But what they do, they draft their guys, okay, and they try to develop it, and they try to sign their own guys, okay. They try not to go into cap hell, okay. That's one of the things that they're kind of having. With the Josh Allen right now, is with some of these other teams that are have quarterbacks that are on their rookie contracts, right? You can bring guys in, and surround, the quarterback with some talent because you might have an extra $30-40 million, if not more, because your quarterback's on a rookie contract, but once Josh Allen wants to get paid, and, man wants to get paid, you got to pay. If you don't pay him, somebody's going to pay him, right? But once you got to start paying the guy $40-50 million a year, a lot of the talent starts going away. Now, the one thing is, there's 2 ways of looking at it, right? I hear a lot of what they're talking about, maybe with Daniel Jones, okay, is that not to sign him to a long-term contract, right? It looks really, really, really looking like you're going to be Daniel Jones is the sheriff. Okay, he's the man. He's going to be here. Now, keeping in mind that maybe they won't sign to a real long contract, just in case. Some people are saying maybe he's one and done, or he's a one-trick pony, or he had his one good year, and maybe I think it's a bunch of BS. But I heard some people saying that maybe they're not going to sign Daniel Jones to 10 years, like a Patrick Mahomes kind of thing. We're just going to sign him till. Sign him till he retires, right? Something like that. The one problem with that, it's good and bad. So if you sign him to a 3, 4, 5 year deal, okay, where you can get out maybe after 3 years if things start going bad, safeguard yourself, smart, not bad, right? You don't know. You don't have your crystal ball. All you can do is take the evidence that you have and make the best, guesstimation on what's going to happen with the evidence you got. Does it look like, with the evidence from this year, with Dable's offense and all that, does it look like Daniel Jones can succeed? Yeah. The nice thing is that if you sign him to a short-term contract, okay, you can get out after a couple of years if things go bad, okay? The bad part about that is that if you're going to sign him, you're going to sign him to, whatever, $35 million, you're going to sign him, the man wants to get paid to a decent yearly APY, average per year contract, right? But that's that's a nice jump, from what he was making to $35 million a year. The one good and bad thing about signing him long term, okay, would be like if you sign him for like 10 years, right? And, just saying, obviously, you always try to make it where you can get out after a certain amount of time. But if you sign him, like, say, 10 years, okay, and then things start going south after 5 or 6, whatever years, or a guy starts getting banged up and injured and stuff, and maybe he's just not the same quarterback or something, and you got him signed for all of these years and all, that's, that's not great. However, the good thing is that if you sign him to just say $40 million, okay? And you say Daniel Jones is making $6 million, just throwing it, right? He's going from like $6 million up to $40 million. Well, that's a big jump. It's like, that stinks, right? This year, when the salary cap is the salary cap's supposed to go up to like around 230, somewhere around there next year. So the salary cap's going up, but the salary cap's going up, but whatever the salary cap's going up, it's all going to get eaten away because what you're going to be paying Daniel Jones. He's going to go from his rookie contract up to 35, whatever, So that's all getting eaten up. But sign him long term. I mean, if you're signing him like say $35 million a year, just say for 10 years, in 8-9 years from now, $35 million a year is a bargain. You'd be like, man, we got this guy. In 10 years from now, Daniel Jones just, as long as he's not injured or this or that, he could still be playing. Look at Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Not that everybody winds up playing to Tom Brady's age and Aaron Rodgers. I get that and all. But if you look at signing Daniel Jones, right, to a long-term contract, even $40 million. In 6-7 years from now, $40 million for a quarterback is going to be a bargain. And the salary cap is going to keep going up and up and up. And, it'd be like, wow, we're only paying him only $40 million. Wow. And then you can start surrounding them with some guys. So you're going to be a little bit of a sticker shock in the beginning. First year, couple of years or whatever, for him to go from whatever 6 up to, 35, whatever it goes to, that's a little sticker shock. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, especially with the salary cap. But as the years go by and that salary cap keeps jumping up and up, and you're still paying him $35 million every year, $35 million, and the salary cap keeps going up and up and up. After a while, that's, the long term, it's going to be a bargain. But if you only sign until like say 3 years or so, 3-4 years, right, where maybe you can rip the contract up and extend it out, or you can rip it up and just get the heck out of here if you want. But you're losing some of that, where the sticker shock is, right? When the price just jumps up, you may not be overcoming from that, But that's why it's so important a lot of times for the guy and the teams to, when they got guys on a rookie contract, like the Eagles, to, push all the chips in the middle of the table, baby. We're all in on this year, right? Because once Jalen Hurts going to want $40-50 million a year, right? Buy a lot of talent. Now, the thing is that I want to go over some of these like things that Shane's, I ain't telling him nothing, he knows this stuff. But, what he's going to need to avoid, right, going forward, especially as far as like what we can say, looking at the past, right? Because we can learn from the past. Now, we go to like Jerry Reese's it wound up working out, 2016, usually doesn't wind up working out well when you go out and you just start bringing in a whole, like you go in the girly world. Woo, yeah. Just start throwing money at the girls and all that stuff and everything. And bringing in a bunch of high-priced free agents and just, all right, plopping them down and, all right, baby, let's go win. Usually that doesn't work out well. Maybe you can bring it. Sometimes, like a Stephon Diggs, you bring some guy, brings guys in, maybe a good free agent or something like that. It winds up being a good free agent pickup. And I said, like Stephon Diggs, wind up man, guy is gold. I'll tell you what, really, really good. That was a great, right, for the Bills. But sometimes just bringing in a whole bunch of price free, and when it doesn't work out, it worked out. Things worked well the first year, 2016, when they brought them all in. Things worked out well. The Giants were 11-5. Had the defense really, really did well. Okay, and they went to the playoffs because they lost to the Packers in the first round with the boat trip and all that and everything. But with Jerry Reese, he brought in the pretty much like the big three. I mean, he had Keenan Robinson. He brought in for $2.5 million. He re-signed JPP. Renegotiated a contract with Victor Cruz. Right? But he had 7 new deals, and the 7 deals were for like $230 million. Right? I mean, he dished out a lot of money. A lot of money in 2016. Okay. And they said when things start going bad, and all of a sudden these guys ain't the same, and they don't fit your team no more, or you fire the coach and the coach bring in a new coach, and the coach don't want these guys there, or whatever winds up happening. You got yourself money problem, right? So he brought in Janoris Jenkins. Reese was in 2016, the Jackrabbit. And they tell you, 2016, man, I was a Jackrabbit fan like there is no. I'll tell you, I was like, man, wow, he was so good, and just he just